If he can change a tire, maybe he can change the world.
Well, Cynthia, I'm changing the tire on this truck.
Well, that went great. Yeah, it's as choreographed as the ice capades, but it beats watching his feverish lightweight clipping his ear hair.
We're cutting out some of this ear hair that you get when you get older. It grows out of your ears, and if you don't get it cut, it can be nasty.
Yeah, or dragging you to the dentist to see the inside of his gaping mouth.
So I'm here at the dentist, and we're going to continue our series on the people of the border.
Oy. So what's next for Slender Man? What other impersonations of a regular guy can he do? Can he hammer a nail into the coffin of his dead campaign? Or dig a ditch where he can bury the unsold copies of Vanity Fair? Maybe return home to borrow money from the in-laws? Meanwhile, Liz gets an earful of reality from a farmer.
Well, the Green New Deal says we need to get rid of cows. Yeah. I don't agree with that.
The truth left her cold as Kamala finds no rest in a rest home.
We're going to pay for it because right now, let me tell you something, we're all paying for health care for everyone, and it's in an emergency room. Okay. Okay. I want to make sure your health care is the way you like it. So I'll promise you that, okay? I won't mess with the health care that you have.
Then she threw her behind bars. Well, that was bad. Why is that? Well, neither Liz or Kamala seem interested or comfortable. And Beto proves he's not only unqualified to be president, but student body president, too. Then there's Trump. Love him or hate him, he's achieved one great thing, that by comparison, he makes every politician who still acts like one look kind of phony. Trump, right off the bat, said, I'm not kissing any babies, and never let his unique personality become subservient to political fakery. So everyone else who plays this game since Trump looks weird or desperate. You'd think they'd figure this out by now. You aren't going to beat Trump with, let's pretend we're real. You win by being real. Too bad that's not an option for the Dems. The only real people they have seem to be ignored or mocked, like Marianne. The others, cookie-cutter clones. And Trump, he's the cookie monster. That's the thing is, Dana, everybody just kind of looks fake. Trump broke that seal, and it can't ever be the same. And there's only one person on that battlefield that can match him, and I think we know who that is.
Marianne?
Marianne Williamson. I'm telling.
She's not pretending to be anybody.
She's not pretending to be anybody. She's the real deal, and she's fighting a psychological battle, which makes her different than all those others.
Well, the interesting thing about all of what you just said is that the backfiring exposes their vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
Right? So on the healthcare piece with Kamala Harris, there's been a question of, well, wait, what are you really for? And how can you say you're going to do these things without messing up something else? You can, when you're talking about healthcare to a senior citizen, like, they love their Medicare, and they don't believe that their Medicare will remain the same if you provide Medicare for all.
Right.
They know that that isn't possible. Beto has this problem of not looking authentic, or like being sort of like a gimmick.
Yeah.
And let's just set last week aside in El Paso, because I think that obviously is different. But the stunts that he did at the dentist, and then you have Warren. Like, her left-wing agenda is pretty much dead on arrival in Middle America. So everything that you pointed out is actually targeting, zeroing in on their biggest vulnerabilities.
Yeah. What can they do at markets? It seems like they can't figure it out. They're kind of in a pickle.
Yeah, they are in a pickle. That's a good way of putting it.
Thank you.
I think one of the great things that Trump did was destroy the fakeness of American presidential campaigning, which I hate this business where they try to demonstrate their authenticity by, we know Beto doesn't change tires. I wouldn't want to be doing 140 miles an hour down a German autobahn in a vehicle that had had its tyres done by Beto O'Rourke anyway.
Why a German autoway, Mark?
Well,
is this some kind of coded phrase?
I'm in New York, and you can only do whatever it is, 37 miles an hour on the interstates here. It's a crazy state in many ways.
It is.
But one of the great things about Trump was he didn't pretend, and it's a bipartisan thing. I live in New Hampshire. We don't get the My Pillow ads. We just get these political ads all the time. So we have John Kasich going, I'm proud to say I was born the son of a mailman. He was a Lehman brother. When Lehman Brothers went, he's the brother of a Lehman. When Lehman Brothers went south, he was on the board, and he's well, I'm proud to say I was the son of a. I wanted your friend Jeb Bush at that time to. I'm proud to say I grew up the son of a president. We had it tough back then. We only had the 20-car motorcade, not the 40-car motorcade like they got now. You know, this is Trump destroyed all that, and you can't go back to it.
Yeah. Juan, what about, I mean, the most authentic person behind Marianne is Bernie, right? He's the real deal.
First of all, I'm stunned. Stunned that you, Dr. Gutfeld, is now the biggest Marianne Williamson fan in the world. And you know why?
Why?
Because you think she's a joke.
No.
The Democrats
That is so not true. That's so not true. That's not true.
This is a total setup.
No, you are.
That you've been foisting
your mind
on our
reading
audience for weeks now.
Your mind reading.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Okay.
And you're reading it incorrectly.
I know. Because I'm always wrong. So let me just say that humanizing politicians is American as apple pie. Since I have covered politics, it's always been there, right? That, in fact, if you're a political consultant and you don't tell your candidate to get human, to be authentic, you're not a political consultant. And if I think somebody told Donald Trump, oh, why don't you hire young people to stand around while you go down the golden escalator, instruct them to put on T-shirts and to wave. Yeah. I believe that's what happened for Mr. Great.
It's a TV show. It's always going to be a TV show for Trump.
Yeah, well, that's what he did, so I don't know how you sit here and say, oh, he's natural. He's blowing it up. No, remember who had Taco Bowl on Cinco de Mayo? Oh, gee, I think that was Donald Trump.
That was parody humanization.
Oh, I see. If he does it, it's parody. If Beto does it, it's worthy of mockery.
Can I, Juan, do you know who Trump doesn't talk about? Marianne Williamson.
Oh, here we go again.
No, I'm just saying he doesn't talk about her.
Let me just say, Greg, because early on, you and I think it was at one of the debates, you said she's the only one up there that is actually talking to people in a language that they can understand.
Yes.
And it didn't. So I don't think it's fake.
You know, here's the good thing about her is that she says you can't out-wonk anybody.
Right.
You got to talk on an emotional level. But remember, she said Trump is darkness and hatred, and you got to come with love and light.
I'm telling you, no, but Juan, that is a cohesive argument.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's all about performance. It's not about substance, and that's Trump.
It's about
it's
about persuasion.
I get why they want to seem relatable. Like, remember President Obama? He was the guy that everybody wanted to have a beer with. I think it's sad. I think it's really sad that you need consultants to tell these politicians to be an act human. But I think it's a problem because they're not actually portraying. It would be fine if Beto were out there doing something that was authentic, that he actually did day to day. I mean, he changes a tire the way I change a tire. It's pretty obvious to everybody. So, and they're tripping over their own feet. I think you see it with Joe Biden. They're tripping over their own feet to try to figure out what their voters want. And you're right. This would work if you were running. I think this would work running against someone like a Mitt Romney. I think it would work running against someone who was this pre-programmed candidate who sat with consultants and got lectured about how to be human. But they're running against a guy who won by just saying whatever he has to say, being himself. Sometimes he's not politically correct, so it doesn't work. So they should spend less time trying to do this and more time trying to figure out, like, hey, who are we running against? And if we actually win, what are we going to look like trying so hard, standing next to a guy on stage who isn't trying to do anything at all, but just say what he's got to say?
Oh, yeah, that's why he walks up behind Hillary Clinton and looks like a
that's
predator.
Somebody who that's somebody who
wasn't consultant driven.
Yeah. Oh, no. He does all these things. He keeps pressing the fear button. And you guys say,
he makes
it's
mistakes.
the Democrats who are putting on a show, not Donald
No,
Trump.
he makes mistakes, Juan.
Oh.
He puts his foot in his mouth sometimes, but it's real.
It's real.
He has that feel of when you sit around your dinner table on a holiday and you've got your uncle or whoever talking, he's got that feel of this is how he really feels.
Yeah, that's why
you
know what? When I sit around my dinner table, hang on a second, Mark. That's why when I sit around my dinner table, you know what I do? I get all the women who've accused Bill Clinton of sexual impropriety together and have a panel. Yeah, that's what I do.
And it
that was so authentic of you, Donald.
No,
Yeah, but no, it's a show for him. But at least, but he's an authentic showman.
Yeah, right. He's an authentic showman.